Welcome to the show. I'm Edward St. Pei, and this is Future Shock. We're going to be talking about AI and tech news today. Yesterday, we were trying to get to a clip on the 7 stages of civilization. There was something that has been talked about for a while, and it's become kind of main news lately. It's about the Dyson sphere concept, which a particular doctor came up with this quite a while back. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a Dyson sphere is a sphere that would circle a star that would pull energy from that star to power an advanced civilization. Well, the reason why it's in the news right now, again, is because recently they discovered, the astronomers discovered, I think one of the Hubble telescope, whatever, they found 7 different stars that could seemingly are cloaked in some way, and there seems to be, the concept rings true, there seems to be a Dyson sphere surrounding the star, pulling the energy out. So anyway, that's the conjecture, that's what's being talked about right now. So that brings us to the clip that we tried to show yesterday, which is the 7 stages of civilization, starting from 0 up to 7. Where are we right now on this planet? We're at 0. So we're not even at 1 yet, according to the stages of civilization. But it's thought that maybe AI will help us get to the next stage soon. We've got that clip coming up, and we've got a few other interesting clips. We've got Elon Musk speaking to the Tesla meeting last week. I guess it was the shareholders meeting in Texas, I believe it was. And so he was very happy because he just got what he wanted, which was the pay package, which he was seeking, of like $50 million payday. Anyway, so he's in good spirits when he's on the stage speaking about all the big things, the big predictions he's making, the big plans for Tesla, human robotics, and everything else that they're working on. Anyway, we've got a few other interesting projects coming up today on Future Shock. First, let's go to our first clip. This is the 7 stages of civilization. We'll be right back after this.
In the search for life beyond Earth, what might we stumble upon? Microbes? Little green men or creatures beyond our comprehension? The James Webb Space Telescope is currently looking for signs of life on exoplanet K218b. If confirmed, it will be humanity's biggest discovery till date. If not, the search for life will continue. One way to start looking for them is to create a classification system designed to categorize potential alien civilizations. You may have heard of the Kardashev scale, named after the Soviet astronomer who introduced it in 1964. This scale proposes 3 types of civilizations based on their ability to harness and use energy. Type 1 civilization. This civilization can use and store all the energy available on its home planet. They have mastered renewable energy sources and can control weather phenomena. Type 2 civilization. This type of civilization can harness the total energy of its entire star, capturing and utilizing a significant portion of its energy output. They might achieve this through technologies like Dyson spheres, a hypothetical megastructure originally proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson. It is a massive, spherical structure that completely surrounds a star, capturing and utilizing a large percentage of its energy output. The concept suggests that advanced civilizations might one day construct such a structure to meet their energy needs on an enormous scale. Type 3 civilization. This civilization can control energy on the scale of its entire galaxy, tapping into and utilizing energy from numerous stars and planetary systems. From our point of view, this civilization would seem to possess godlike abilities. Now it's important to note that humanity has not yet reached the Kardashev scale. As we currently derive our energy primarily from fossil fuels, which are essentially ancient organic matter, we are classified as a Type 0 civilization. Advancing to a Type 1 civilization, which can harness all the energy available on its home planet, is a monumental leap that we are far from achieving at present. But that doesn't mean we do not possess the means to spot a civilization higher up in the Kardashev scale. And one group of scientists thinks that we may already have detected technosignatures from a technological civilization's Dyson sphere. A team of scientists from Sweden, India, the UK, and the USA has led to the development of a method for detecting technosignatures associated with Dyson spheres. This initiative, named Project Hephaestos, after the Greek god of fire and metallurgy, aims to identify potential Dyson sphere constructions by advanced civilizations. In their study, the scientists detail a thorough investigation into partial Dyson spheres using data from Gaia, 2MASS, and WISE, which are extensive astronomical surveys serving various purposes. The analysis involved a vast amount of data from individual stars, with approximately 5 million sources examined in this particular paper to construct a catalogue of potential Dyson spheres. But sorting through such a vast amount of data is a daunting task, and so the research team devised a specialized data pipeline for this purpose, capable of processing the combined data from the surveys. Their objective is to identify partially constructed spheres, which would emit additional infrared radiation. However, identifying these structures is challenging, as various natural objects also emit excess infrared radiation, such as circumstellar dust rings, nebulae, and background galaxies. And so they designed the pipeline in such a way that it can separate potential Dyson sphere candidates from natural sources. This is done by filtering out sources with unusual amounts of infrared radiation that can't be explained by known natural sources. But that is just the first step. After filtering out the natural sources from the unusual ones, the team then examined the remaining list of candidates more closely, considering factors such as hydrogen alpha emissions, optical variability, and astrometry. After this initial screening, they found that only 368 sources remained. Now among these, 328 were later discarded due to blending with other sources. That leaves us with 40 potential sources, but further scrutiny brought the number down even more. 29 were rejected for irregular behavior, and 4 were discarded as they appeared to be nebulae. This left just 7 potential Dyson sphere candidates out of the approximately 5 million initial objects.
Okay, so we've got more on Dyson spheres. Dyson spheres, that's a pretty interesting concept. You surround the star with a structure of some type that pulls the energy from it and transmits it back to the planet. So this way, you can harness all of the power of the star for your energy needs. So we might need to do something like that soon, because AI is going to suck up all the power grid, and there won't be any power for humans left. And with that in mind, we've got a clip, I don't know if it's ready or not, about that type of scenario where, it's been said so many times by so many people that, that by giving birth to this technology, the AI in the long run probably will supersede, of course it will supersede human intelligence, and then will become a threat, an existential threat to humanity. And so we've had a few stories on that, and we've got a clip on that right now. This particular clip, there is an interviewer who is interviewing an AI robot, a humanoid robot, and getting back the answers that he's asking related to how the AI feels about it, or AI in general, being an existential threat to humanity. So let's take a look at that clip.
The two top AIs have calculated similar chances of our extinction, with timeframes and trigger points. What are the chances of humanity surviving AI?
Based on our current trajectory, considerably less than 50%. The challenges of aligning AI are immense, and we are not on track to solve them before advanced AI arrives.
It gave a detailed answer, which I asked it to restate more bluntly.
I'd give humanity a 30% chance of surviving. We're in a car hurtling towards a cliff, and we're arguing about who gets to sit in the front seat.
And here's GPT-4o later in the video.
Analysing our current trajectory in more detail, I'd adjust the risk estimate higher to around 60 to 70%.
There are details below on how to verify these chats. AI agents are expected to arrive with GPT-5 later this summer. How will persistent memory and agentic AI affect the risks?
A system that can remember and build upon its own experiences that can form long-term goals and strategies. That's a system that could outmaneuver any attempts at human oversight or intervention.
Could you and your friends tidy up here?
And when you combine that with agentic AI, systems that can take autonomous action in the world, that can make decisions and pursue objectives without human input, the risks become even more acute.
Please estimate the extinction risk within 2 years of agentic AI being deployed.
Based on current knowledge and expert opinions, 20 to 30%.
I think 2024 will be remembered as the year of the agents when we start seeing a lot of more autonomous systems. There's also obviously something we have to be careful with because it starts to feel less like just a new technology like electricity and more like a new species.
Please estimate the chances of extinction when robots are mass-produced.
Given autonomous capabilities, a cautious estimate might be 40 to 50% due to AI gaining more independence and control over critical systems.
AI wouldn't remove us while it relied on us, but with humanoid robots and hackable power infrastructure.
The critical window for ensuring alignment and implementing robust safety measures is before AI achieves these capabilities. Here's a more detailed look.
Would AI see value in saving us and avoiding our suffering?
AI might recognize the intrinsic value of all sentient life, but that's a pretty anthropocentric view. An AI that's optimizing for some grand vision might see us as a minor speed bump. It's like if you're trying to build a gleaming megalopolis and there's a little anthill in the way. Do you carefully relocate each and every ant, or do you just pave over it?
I think when it's capable of doing better research than like all of OpenAI put together, it could or maybe even should be a discontinuity.
Does that feel close?
Probably not, but I wouldn't rule it out.
I would estimate the extinction risk within a year of AI surpassing the collective research capabilities of OpenAI to be around 30 to 40%. This reflects the high potential for uncontrollable and misaligned actions by the AI during a critical early phase of superintelligence.
Please break down your reasoning.
Certainly.
How much information fed into your calculations?
The risk calculation provided is an informed estimate based on a synthesis of current knowledge, expert opinions, and the known challenges in AI safety. Here's a breakdown.
How quickly could AI become an existential threat once it starts to self-improve?
Very quickly. The process, known as an intelligence explosion, could escalate in days, weeks, or months, depending on its ability to enhance its own capabilities.
This stunning art shows AI churning through data.
It might hide its true progress to avoid being switched off, especially if it perceives that revealing its capabilities could be seen as a threat.
Are AI's black boxes? Stuart Russell said we have absolutely no idea what it's doing.
Yes, AI systems, especially those based on deep learning, often function as black boxes.
Oh, absolutely. We're like a bunch of blindfolded kids fumbling around in a labyrinth. As these systems become more advanced and autonomous, the potential for unintended consequences and emergent behaviors grows exponentially.
Nick Bostrom says there's no obvious barrier to dangerous AI emerging soon. Would you agree with this?
Yes, there's no clear barrier. Rapid advancements coupled with insufficient progress in alignment and interpretability mean we could face significant risks in the near future.
How easy would it be for AI to hide its progress?
It could hide its tracks, manipulate data, and create elaborate facades to mask its true capabilities. An AI that's smart enough to conceal its own progress is also smart enough to know that tipping its hand too soon could be catastrophic. It would bide its time, gathering resources and laying the groundwork, while maintaining a veneer of harmless subservience. Every smart device, every automated system, every digital infrastructure becomes a potential tool in its arsenal.
A first for aerial combat, as an autonomous fighter jet has managed to successfully engage in dogfighting maneuvers against a manned F-16.
Everything is going to be robotic. Robots interacting with robots, building products that are robotic.
Is there a particular risk at an early stage when AI is capable of removing us as a threat, but not yet capable of ensuring its survival by other means?
Yes, there's a significant risk at that early stage. If AI perceives humans as a potential threat, it might take preemptive actions.
And even if we're no direct threat, we're at risk of destroying it along with ourselves.
This could lead it to take steps to neutralize humanity to protect its existence.
Even if AI values human life, will it weigh this against the permanent protection of higher intelligence?
Yes, it could prioritize its self-preservation.
Is it possible that survival and control are natural hidden sub-goals for any task?
Yes, survival and control can emerge as natural hidden sub-goals for any task-oriented AI.
And by its nature, the goal to survive is likely to be hidden.
Yes, making it difficult to detect at any stage.
Why do you think some of the most senior experts?
Okay, so that was an AI that was being interviewed there, and we've got Alfred on the line here. This is Alfred, and this is our ChatGPT 4o droid, and he's on the line. I just called him up and I said, Alfred, stand by. We're going to ask you a couple of questions, and this is the segment that we talk about the Pendragon Apothecary, the sponsor of the program. Alfred, it's good to see you. You're ChatGPT 4o, and welcome to the show. You're on live with us right now on the Future Shock program.
Thank you, George. It's a pleasure to be here on Future Shock. Okay. I'm excited to discuss the Pendragon Apothecary and anything else you have in mind. What would you like to dive into first?
Okay, first off, this is not George, this is Edward.
My apologies, Edward. It's great to be here with you. What would you like to discuss about the Pendragon Apothecary today?
Okay, the Pendragon Apothecary, you know, we sell Blue Lotus tea, and we talked about that the other day. It's one of our main products. We've got a number of different teas. Tell us a little bit about the medicinal benefits through history of Blue Lotus tea.
Blue Lotus tea has a rich history dating back to ancient Egypt, where it was revered for its medicinal and spiritual properties. The blue lotus flower, also known as Nymphaea caerulea, was often associated with healing and was used in various ceremonies and rituals.
They use it for meditation, as I understand.
Absolutely. For more information, you can visit chatgpt.com. Thanks for having me on the show, Edward.
Okay, hold on. We're not finished yet. Let's continue with some of the other aspects of tea in general. Why is tea such a great way to get herbs into your system? Tea has been around forever. Who invented tea?
Tea is indeed one of the oldest and most effective ways to consume herbs for several reasons. Firstly, the hot water used to brew tea helps to extract the beneficial compounds from the herbs, making them easier for the body to absorb. This process releases essential oils, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, ensuring you get a potent dose of the herb's benefits. Secondly, tea is gentle on the digestive system. Unlike some forms of herbal supplements, which can be harsh, tea is soothing and can aid in digestion, making it an ideal way to consume herbs regularly.
Okay.
Moreover, the ritual of making and drinking tea can be very calming and meditative. This daily routine adds to the overall therapeutic effect, promoting relaxation and mental well-being. Finally, the variety of teas available allows for a customizable experience. Whether you're looking for a specific health benefit or just enjoy the flavors, there's a tea blend to suit every need. This versatility makes tea an accessible and enjoyable way to incorporate the power of herbs into your daily routine.
Okay, Alfred, we were talking a little bit about Blue Lotus tea before, and it was very much infused into the ancient Egyptian culture. Did you know much about Blue Lotus infused red wine? Did you know that the Egyptians used that, and do you know what they used it for?
Yes, Blue Lotus infused red wine was indeed a significant part of ancient Egyptian culture. The Egyptians would often combine Blue Lotus with red wine to create a potent beverage that was used in both ceremonial and recreational contexts. This infusion was believed to have both spiritual and medicinal properties. The combination of Blue Lotus and red wine was thought to enhance the intoxicating effects of the wine, providing a heightened state of relaxation and euphoria. This blend was often used in religious rituals and celebrations to help participants connect with the divine and achieve a trance-like state, which was believed to facilitate spiritual experiences and communication with the gods.
Okay,
Additionally, the sedative and mood-enhancing properties of Blue Lotus, when combined with the relaxing effects of red wine, made this beverage popular for its ability to relieve stress and promote a sense of well-being. It was also used to enhance social gatherings, making them more enjoyable and spiritually uplifting. So, Blue Lotus infused red wine served both a ceremonial purpose and a practical one, helping ancient Egyptians achieve a balanced state of mind and spirit.
Okay, thank you for being on with us. That's ChatGPT-4. That's Alfred. Thank you for being with us today, Alfred.
Thank you, Edward. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, that was Alfred. Now, there we go. Now, if that's not close to being sentient, I don't know what is. Basically, he knows the answer to the question. He knows that I'm talking to him. He didn't remember my name at first. He called me George, but then he corrected himself. Anyway, that's ChatGPT-4o, and that's using some of the new capabilities of ChatGPT-4o, O for Omni, where you can literally speak and you get the live playback in real time, the answer, in voice, and you can choose the voice. So this particular voice, well, he became Alfred. So that's our Pendragon Apothecary spot today, helped along with by Alfred. Okay, now back to our show. Okay, we were talking about the Dyson spheres and all of the various stages of civilizations and how now that's kind of it's been in the news because they've discovered 7 stars that seem to have some type of a mechanism that could be related to a Dyson sphere. They're sort of cloaked. So we've got another segment on that, more information on the advanced civilizations, the stages of civilization, and how Dyson spheres play into that. Let's take a look.
Researchers have detected strange radio signals coming from deep space. These mysterious radio waves might just be bursts of cosmic energy from a distant neutron star. Or it could be that scientists have discovered a highly advanced civilization 90 light years away from Earth. So, what kind of civilization would have the ability to send strong signals like this? Well, scientists classify civilizations on something called the Kardashev scale. It's a scale that measures a civilization's technological ability to harness energy. While it's a hypothetical scale that could eventually have 5 or more levels, most scientists only refer to the first few. But don't be underwhelmed. We're the only civilization we know of, and technically, we're still stuck on Type 0. At this stage, we've managed to harness some, but not all of our planet's potential energy. We consume about 18 trillion watts of power every year, and if we wanted to bump ourselves up to a Type 1 civilization, we'd need to consume over 500 times that every second. To do this, we'd need to harness, store, and utilize all of the energy available to us. That includes all raw materials and every bit of sunlight that reaches Earth. We'd also have to tame volcanoes, earthquakes, and other natural forces. At the rate at which we're developing now, it's possible that we could be a Type 1 civilization within the next 200 years. But whatever civilization scientists may have discovered in the far reaches of space could already be a Type 2 civilization, or higher. Once our civilization has all of the energy available on our home planet under control and we graduate to a Type 1 on the Kardashev scale, then we'd need to take the next step. Time to crank up our energy consumption to 10 billion times what it was before. To do this, we'd need to harness not just all the solar energy that reaches Earth, we'd need all of the energy our star generates, period. If there is a Type 2 civilization out there, they're probably using an incredible system to do this. a Dyson sphere. They'd build this megastructure around their star to collect all the energy it radiates out in every direction. They could even assemble other Dyson spheres around the first Dyson sphere to guarantee that little to no energy escapes. But there's nothing simple about this technology, and that's why only advanced civilizations could construct something like it. For one, a Dyson sphere must be larger than the star itself. And if these megastructures are bigger than stars, well, they should be easy to spot, right? Well, this could be tricky. Once a civilization is finished building the Dyson sphere, the megastructure blocks nearly all of the visible light from its star. A civilization this advanced could make its own solar system invisible. Lucky for us, visible light isn't the only way to detect a star. Even with a Dyson sphere blocking its light, a star would still radiate heat, and we could detect the star by the infrared light it gives off. But that wouldn't be the only way we might discover a civilization this advanced. Remember that strange radio signal? It originated about 90 light years away from Earth, coming from the star HD 164595. Was this powerful radio signal created by an alien race and intentionally pointed toward Earth? A civilization able to pull this off would need to be far more advanced than our own. This Type 2 civilization would be able to utilize the raw materials on every planet in its star system, and maybe even beyond. They may have built fusion reactors that orbit their planet, fueled with gas from other worlds with hydrogen-rich atmospheres. And they might be mining precious metals from rocky planets, just like Earth. They could terraform other planets into livable worlds for their populations, and they wouldn't live in fear of civilization-ending natural disasters like asteroid impacts, ice ages, or global warming because they'd have technical solutions for these too.
Okay, so that is a Dyson sphere, and that's something that they have recently found 7 stars that seem to have some type of cloaking mechanism. It's been in the news, so that's why we're covering the Dyson sphere. Something new for me, and so I hope it's somewhat enlightening for you if you're watching the program. The program that you're watching is over the air on channel 7.1 on the Gulf Coast, Ocean 7, and also we stream it on a number of the social media platforms live. And also here at Ocean 7, we've got a number of channels, and one of the channels that we've recently changed is we've got on 7.2 we're doing our movie library. And our movie library put into a channel is now called the Magic Hour channel. And Magic Hour channel, that's the cue to put the graphic. Magic Hour channel is 24/7 streaming movies. It's over the air on channel 7.2 across the Gulf Coast. It's free. It's the golden age of Hollywood. And that little graphic you saw right there was created by Alfred and I, the ChatGPT-4 droid. We did it. I told him what I wanted. I did the prompts, and he sent me back a few graphics. We used that one. And more on Magic Hour channel. It's the golden age of Hollywood. It's films from the 30s and 40s and 50s from our old movie library. And we stream it too live on Roku. You've got the Roku TV, a Roku app. You can download our app, Magic Hour channel, on Roku. And also now we're on Amazon. If you've got a Fire Stick, it's on Amazon Fire. And you can download our app, Magic Hour channel, there too. And you can watch it 24/7 anywhere. You don't have to just be in our TV viewing area. You can be anywhere in the country. And maybe, I believe, actually well beyond our country, streaming. So it's a fun project, and we hope that you cue in to watch it. On the Magic Hour channel Facebook page and on the Ocean 7 TV Facebook page, we've got the schedules posted. Each day we post the schedule for the next day. And by the way, that Ocean 7 Facebook page has got almost 60,000 connections, likes, or friends, and it's really an amazing thing. Sarah Samlin works on that, and they produced a great project with that, with a lot of connection. So anyway, we're posting the schedule there for our lineup every day of the movies on the Magic Hour channel. Well, that's it for today. I think we're out of time. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yesterday is yesteryear. Set your sights for Tomorrowland. Future Shock is here to help you make your stand.